Hey yogis, it's Sina here, the Yoga Apothecary. Today we continue another 20 or so flow when you're tight on time and looking for breath and movement. So grab your towel and some water and I'll meet you on the mat. So we're going to begin just briefly in a child's pose. Your knees normally come wide, toes touch, and arms long on the mat in front of you. If it helps your hips for your knees to be narrow, certainly do that. And if this position is not good for you, you can just start on your back for a cycle or two of breath, and then we'll meet here. So we'll come to our child's pose. Again, knees wide, toes touch, arms long on the mat in front of you. Just breathe into this space for a cycle or two of breath as you sink your hips back. Spread the fingers wide, maybe gripping the mat, suction cup the fingers. And maybe your elbows touch, or you want to play with firing up a little bit through the forearms and shoulders by keeping the elbows up. Just take a moment here. And then from here, on your next inhale, shift yourself forward into tabletop pose. Knees are stacking under the hips. Wrists are under the shoulders. Wrist creases towards the front of the mat. Neutral spine, flat back. And take a moment to imagine widening the hands, the knees, shins, and toes to the edges of your mat. Inhale, cow pose. We drop the belly, open the heart space. Gaze to the clouds. And as you exhale, push the mat away, round through the spine to cat pose. Press through the shins and the feet. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Come back to tabletop pose. Re-widen the knees. And bring the toes to touch. As you inhale, sink back to a child's pose. And exhale, lean forward, ripple forward. Pressing the palms into the mat, arms long, toes touch. Inhale, press it back. And as you exhale, we ripple forward in this child's pose. Reach, toes touch. Suction cup the hands. And then come back with the knees wide. Then from here, you might want to slightly tuck the knees in. They're still widened towards the edges of the mat. Plant the right palm to the center of the mat. Swing this left arm around so the palm faces down and rests in the buttocks. And as you exhale, press the mat away and open up this left shoulder. Maybe you gaze left and slightly up. Inhale, return to center and move so that the left hand can take the place of the right. Swing the right arm back. Again, it's resting in the buttocks area. And as you exhale, press through the mat and open up. Feels quite good through that right shoulder, right side body. Release so that both palms come back under the shoulders and knees can tuck back to tabletop pose. Maybe sway the hips to the right, shoulders left, with the gaze following the direction of your shoulders. You're welcome to take another cat and cow if you prefer. And right from here, we'll start to tuck our toes, lift our hips for the first downward dog of the practice. Starting to pedal this dog, lifting one heel and then the other, gripping the mat. Spread the fingers wide, press through the thumb and first finger. As you offer your heart space closer to your thighs, you're welcome to keep a soft bend in the knees as you need to. Lining up the ears to the biceps. Maybe you widen ever so slightly your down dog as you still the down dog. And imagine pressing the mat away from you with your palms, with the fingers, and as if your feet are broadening to the edges of the mat and behind you. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Ripple forward here to up plank. Dome shape the back. Press the mat away. Draw the heels to the back of the mat. And exhale, downward facing dog. Another just like that. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Pause in bear pose. Offer your heart space closer to your thighs. Rise up on the balls of the toes and press the mat away with your fingers. Inhale, ripple forward back to plank, knees or toes. Again, the crown and the heel is reaching in opposite direction. One line of energy, breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe you pedal again. Maybe you need to widen the stance. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Look to the back of your mat and make your way there with the palms for a ragdoll forward fold. Relaxing through the head and shoulders, swaying from side to side for a cycle or two of breath. Soft bend the knees as you need to. Maybe you graze your fingertips to the side of the right foot through center and over to the left with your breath out. You can hug your front body. Spending a moment here, what feels good to your body. And then we're going to inchworm back to plank. So walking the fingertips to plank, firing up the core in plank, and then walking your feet in to meet your hands. We'll pause here at the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Hands come to the shins, shoulders at the height of your hips, and imagine your shoulder blades tucking into the back pocket. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise. Dig through those heels. Arms reach up. As you exhale, Samastitihi. Bring our hands to heart center, thumbs to the chest. Soften through the shoulder blades and root through your feet to set your intention for this short practice. Then inhale, swing the arms to come forward and up. As you exhale, relax and open to a mountain pose. On your next breath in, windmill this right arm up and around, and maybe your gaze follows with your arm, taking these soft circles. Remember the breath. And the very next time you take this on the right, pause in a twist. Right arm is reaching back, left arm is forward. As we keep the hips square to the top of the mat. Spread the fingers wide, really lengthening through the torso. Then reach the arms through center and sweep the left arm back. We'll take a twist. Inhale, reach back to center, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach through the arms. Exhale, cactus the elbows wide. Maybe you gaze up as you cinch through the thoracic spine. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, root to rise. And as you exhale, we'll take a twist. Right arm comes back, left forward. Inhale, draw up through center. As you exhale, sweep the left back and the right forward. Spread through those fingers. Grow tall through the crown. Inhale, both arms up, and exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, tent the fingertips. Step this right foot back and lower the right knee and toes. Take a moment to bring the hands to our thigh. Tuck this left heel back. Hug the right forward. Interlace those inner thighs, like hug your inner thighs. Inhale, we'll reach it up. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, cactus. Still hug those inner thighs. Soften through the shoulder blades. Elbows at the height of the shoulder. From here, tent your fingertips on your exhale. And kickstand this right foot in so that you can windmill up to a low warrior two pose. You might need to readjust slightly with the feet. Left knee over the left ankle. Really rooting, feeling the stretch here also through this right hip and thigh. And stacking the skull, one line of energy through to the core and hips. Gaze over the left fingertips and soften through the shoulders. One more breath here. And as you exhale, we'll take a low side angle. So you could either bend this forearm elbow onto the thigh. Your right hand can reach, maybe your gaze follows. Another option is to reach the left arm inside, make it resist the leg. And again, your right arm can stay here as you reach into this low side angle pose. One more breath. Exhale, plant the right palm. Maybe the left hand touches the left thigh. Kickstand the leg back just for a moment. And then kickstand it now out off to the right side of the mat. Start to adjust your left foot. Press through the right palm. Drag the left foot to the back of the mat and hold here. Maybe this is enough for you today of a stretch. And you can play with moving this left hand to the top of the mat and up to the clouds. If you want to take it further, float this left foot up, foot is flexed, and breathe here or here. And one last movement invitation is to take an elbow to the knee with the breath. So inhale, lengthen, exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, tap. Lengthen it back. Bring the left foot down. Reposition your hands. Downward facing dog, we meet there. Beautiful. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands, lower the left knee and toes. We take a moment to reach the thigh. Drawing the right back, tucking the left knee forward. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, we cactus the elbows, hug the inner thighs, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, reach for a breath. Exhale, tent the fingertips. You might walk the left knee slightly back, half split. And you're always welcome to have blocks handy in your practice if you need them. Left toes come towards the nose. Dig and drag this right heel to the back of the mat. We try and take the arch from the back. Inhale, shift forward as you're ready. Maybe the fingertips tent or plant. Lift the left knee and toes and step it up to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise, dig through those heels. As you exhale, we'll cactus the elbows, opening up at the height of the shoulders. Inhale, reach, and exhale, forward fold like you're wiping the wall with your palms. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, release, tent the fingertips. Now we step the left foot back to the lunge and lower the left knee and toes. We pause at the thigh, then reach for the sky, and exhale, cactus. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Exhale, tent the fingertips in order to kickstand the left foot now in and windmill up to the low warrior two. Readjust as you need to. The right knee bent over the right ankle, really opening up the knee to that second toe and lengthening again, feeling that stretch through the left hip and thigh. Soften through the shoulders, gaze over the right fingertips. We exhale for a low side angle. Same option, maybe you wish to take the forearm to the thigh, or you're pressing and resisting the arm to leg. Lengthening, feeling that stretch on the left side body. One more breath here. Then as you windmill the hands down to the mat, you'll pause, back at center, then kickstand it off the mat so that it's coming out on that left side. Left palm plants, drag the right foot to the back of the mat, you know your options here to stay in this stretch or to the top of the mat. Or if you join me further, starting here, float the foot and reach here. Maybe you join me with the last opportunity. Elbow to knee on the exhale. Elbow to knee on the exhale. Elbow to knee on the exhale. And then drop the foot. Return the right palm, shift the weight, and press back, downward facing dog. Take a falling out breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Yes. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back. And as you exhale, step the left foot in between your hands. We come back to the low lunge, to the thigh, and to the sky for the cactus. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tent. Maybe the right knee comes slightly behind you, half split. Again, using blocks as you need. Left toe towards the nose. Dig and drag the left heel to the back of the mat. We try and take the arch from the back. Find something deeper on the exhale. Then inhale as you're ready, back to your low lunge. Lift the right knee and toes. Step it up, forward fold. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise. Dig through those heels. As you exhale, we'll take that twist. Sweep the right arm back and the left forward, and notice what's happening with the hips. Inhale back to center. Exhale, sweep it back. So the left comes back and the right is forward. Inhale to center. As you exhale, Samastitihi, thumbs to the chest, and start to widen the feet towards the edges of the mat. Heels come in, toes are out, and sink into a Malasana Yogi squat. Pausing here to breathe into this space. Maybe a shift. Maybe the heels touch, maybe they don't. Elbows are opening up the thighs resist, and the spine lengthens. Then inhale to a baby star. Spread the fingers wide. We try and take the arch from the back. One more inhale here. Then bring the hands back to heart center. Narrow the feet underneath the hips, and then sink it down for chair pose. Arms come forward and up. Sink the weight to the heels and through the balls of the feet. Two legs become one, pulling towards center. Then the palms yet to come back to the chest, and start to rise, bringing the right knee with you, foot is flexed. As we come to warrior 3 and then to a warrior 2. You can keep the knee bent in warrior 3 and play with that, or straighten the leg long. Take your breath, hinge at the hips, think locust back. Warrior 3. Squaring hips and shoulders, use the drishti. And then softly land, but turn the back heel. And open up to a warrior 2. Left knee over the left ankle. Root through the pinky edge of that right foot. Hug the inner thighs. Imagine your heels could touch. Flip the left palm up. Inhale, reach. Reverse your warrior. Keeping a good bend in the left knee, over the left thigh, and feel an extra little bit of stretch through the thumb of the raised hand. One more breath here. And as you exhale, we'll take side angle. You can take the same or a different variation. I'm going to be bending this left forearm, but not collapsing entirely on the thigh. So almost like I'm hovering this left forearm. Right hand's reaching to the top of the mat. Inhale, reverse Trikonasana. Front leg lengthens. Right hand reaches up and over Again, especially through the thumb. One more breath. Start to tee the arms. Maybe the back heel slightly turns in more, and the torso starts to make its way to this left thigh as we come for triangle pose. So again, right hand's reaching for the clouds. You can keep a soft bend in the left knee. The hand does not need to touch the earth. Stacking through the shoulders, spreading that right side body. Take one more breath here. And as you exhale, windmill the arms down so that the right hand plants. We'll take a twist. Left hand reaches for the clouds, pressing through the big toe mound of this left foot, and notice the weight distribution in the body. One more breath here. As you exhale, plant the left fingertips, maybe they tent, and walk this back foot in so that maybe the heel touches the mat, maybe it doesn't. And the front leg lengthens as we come to pyramid pose. Maybe the hands reach for the mat. Breathe here. One more breath. Then replant the right hand. Maybe the toes come slightly back and take a twist. Exhale, plant the left palm. Front leg lengthens, pyramid pose. One more time, bend through the left knee, plant the right hand, take the twist. And exhale, tent the left palm, pyramid pose. Then from here, bend back in the knee to step the left foot back and meet in a downward facing dog. Take a falling out breath, inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Look to the top of your mat. And maybe you softly hop up there to meet in a Malasana yogi squat. Or you certainly could have stepped it forward. Here we are back to our Malasana yogi squat. Breathing here. Maybe you make fists with the palms to lengthen through the spine. And then inhale to a small star pose. Squeeze through the glutes and thighs. Spread the fingers wide. Bring the hands to heart center, thumbs to chest. And start to return the feet back under the hips, or as comfortable and in the position you prefer best to come to chair pose. Inhale, reach it up for chair. Exhale, sink. Again, two legs become one. Using the legs as if they're a tree trunk. Then bring the hands back to heart center. And as you start to rise, this left knee comes with you. Foot is flexed to the chest. And as you exhale, we'll come to warrior three. Hinge at the hips. Think locust back. The knee can be bent or straight. Breathe into this space. Take the same option you took with your hands. And then slowly step it back. Turn the heel. Open up to our warrior two. Pausing here in our warrior two. Flip the right palm up, reach, inhale, reverse. Really lengthening that right side body, right thumb. Exhale, side angle. Take the same option you took on the other side. Breathe here. Then inhale, reverse Trikonasana. Front leg lengthens. Reach through that right side body, right thumb. And start to tee the arms. Maybe the back heel slightly comes in. And exhale, triangle pose. Take one more breath here. Then start to bend in the left knee. Spin the heel, come down, plant the left palm, take a twist. Right hand reaches. Press to the big toe mound of this right foot. Try not to collapse entirely on the thigh. Then tent the right hand and walk the back foot in so that you can start to lengthen the front leg long and straighten, perhaps making contact with the heel of the back leg, but maybe not. Breathe, finding something deeper in this pyramid pose with your exhale. Then bend in the right knee, plant the left palm, take a twist. Exhale, tent the right hand, breath in, pyramid pose, straightening the leg any amount. Bend the right knee, take the twist. Exhale, tent the right palm, straighten the leg any amount, back to pyramid pose. Then bend through the right knee, plant the palms, step the right leg back to plank, hold here, breathe. Then lower knees, thighs, unhook the toes. We'll meet in a Sphinx pose. So as we make our way down to the mat, take this opportunity to dig through those forearms and elbows under the shoulders. Imagine right now your thighs are floating. How would that feel different in your body? Flip the palms up and take this opportunity to draw your thumbs apart. So reaching through the thumbs, holding what that feels like, holding what the thighs feel like, and flip the palms back over. Take one more breath here. And then exhale, lower down to the mat. Press your way up to tabletop pose. And then whichever choice you would like, lift one leg, cross it behind the other, and use your hands to make your way to a seat so that your legs are already crossed with Gomukhasana legs. We'll take one more twist. Inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, you'll take your right forearm to cradle in this left knee and thigh, while the left hand tents behind you, and maybe your gaze follows. Release it so that you can come over to this right side body for a counter stretch. And then press back up. Lean on the back to swap out the direction of your legs. Maybe some adjustment is needed. Inhale, reach and extend. And as you exhale, we'll take in a twist. Left forearm to the right knee and thigh. And the gaze and the hands of the right side move towards the center and back of your mat. Then maybe the fingertips drag over for the counter stretch as you took it on the other side body. Then unwind the legs. Maybe you come back towards the center of the mat to make your way to your back for one final stretch of a cross body, starting with both knees at the chest. Then leave the hands interlaced to help the right knee stay where it is while the left leg extends. And then place this right palm to the earth with the arm teed and guide the right knee across the body with the left palm, only so far as the shoulders stay rooted. Coming back to this Ujjayi breath, the power of nasal breathing in our practice. Come back to center, join the knees together for a moment, then leave the left knee cradle to the chest with the fingers interlaced, the right leg lengthens, right heel roots. Now you release to tee out the left palm, palm flat, right hand guiding the left knee across the body. Shoulders rooting. Gaze may have stayed up the entire time, or maybe you were gazing over your shoulder. That last full breath here. And then as you're ready, draw the knees to center with an option of any last posture you would like to complete your shorter flow today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, I hope you will like it or comment on my channel. You have an opportunity to use your muscles for just one full inhale and exhale if you want to join me by reaching the hands to the soles of the feet, to the shins or maybe to the heels, and the nose draws to your knee as the shoulders lift, using every muscle for the full inhale and the full exhale. On your last inhale in, and then on your exhale, just release into the true goal pose of your Shavasana. Staying here as long as you need to do what feels good as you release to the mat in your body. I will give you some space for about a minute and bring you out, or stay as long as you like. Shavasana. And as we slowly make our way back to the mat and back to the body, or staying in Shavasana, but if you've joined me, you might be wiggling some fingers and toes. Maybe you touch each finger to your thumb. And maybe the big toes start to reach to touch, and the arms above the head to take a good morning stretch. Take a deep inhale through your nose, and then exhale, draw the knees into the chest with a soft rock from side to side, and make your way over to your favorite side for just a moment to thank yourself for coming to the mat, to thank your body for what it just did for you in this practice. And then as you're ready, we'll make our way up to Sukhasana, our easy seat. Joining me for one last falling out breath, we'll bring our hands to heart center. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Inhale our thumbs to third eye center, our center of intuition. And exhale to bow. The light in me honors this light in this practice and the yogis who have joined, for I'm so forever grateful. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this practice. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And I hope you'll come back to another EPIDOSE of this 20 or so flow. Namaste.